I've laid the cards down already as we get started. And I do apologize if there's glare on some or actually several of them. But this is the best time of day right now for my room to get sunlight. And I'm in Michigan, so I don't see a lot of sunlight right now, or this time of year, and I'm going to take it. This card is the Queen of Stones, Bear. And Bear is kind of a maternal figure to a degree, maybe metaphorically, if not literally, but somebody who has their head on straight, their feet on the ground, solidly planted, they're reliable, they know how to get things done. They're good at manifestation. In fact, this is the queen of manifestation here. This is somebody who knows how to make it happen and get it done. They can organize and coordinate a lot of efforts. They're managerial people at work, and they are the homemaker who gets everything done, gets the kids off to school on time, and all the rest of it. You know, makes the house a home, very much so. Now, because this is Bear, this may indicate 2-year cycles. And because of the position, it could be that you are coming to the completion of a 2-year cycle. The reason I say that is because from the time a mother bear gives birth to her cub, it takes approximately 2 years before the bear cub becomes capable of being independent of his mother. So there is this type of a cycle that's something that you are going to or have been working to create a literal child or possibly some other sort of influence in your life, like a vocation, a business that you're doing. Expect a 2-year turning in that. But also know that sometimes when you go within, when you go into the dark of the cave, that's when you find the best parts of yourself to give birth to. So this is very much encouraging introspection and reflection, meditation, and self-care on a spiritual sort, of a spiritual sort. We see here the Lover's card. Now, this is kind of in an ideas and creativity position because this really is about your mental life and what's happening here. Usually, you might think the Lovers and then the Bear, right? Because there's the cub clearly present in the card. With this can be about a person finding a good balance in his or her mind between opposing influences. You know, many times when we're facing moral decisions, we feel conflicted because there are 2 points of view that may have validity. And part of what we're doing is trying to figure out which makes the most sense in our lives, you know, as we just struggle to live our best life. The Lovers can be a romantic situation or a feeling of balance within yourself. A good balance of both your intuitive and your logical, analytical measures. Your feminine and your masculine traits, your yin and your yang. So now some of you are out there looking for love, don't kid. You're coming out of the cave. You know, maybe it is that you're giving some kind of a new rebirth for yourself. You're in your own. You have it going on. You got your own business going on and so on. And now you're thinking that you'd kind of like to share it with someone. So you may have love on your mind and finding the balanced soulmate partnership that many people seek. So having this kind of orientation, though, will lead you to a place of rebirth. Rebirth. Look at the water flowing in one vessel and out to another, and then back again to replenish the source. This is about a harmonious balance of give and take, the same as is craved, desired, yearned for in the Lover's card up at the top. That's the idea. That's the ideal in mind. And this Queen of Stones is looking to do that. Some kind of a project that she's giving birth to. Now, for some, you know, my eye is drawn to the Sheila Nagig right here. And then, of course, we have a Taurus bull right up here at the top. So this is very masculine energy, potentially. Right? So when we balance that kind of thing out, we have to say, okay, so it's possible of a pregnancy too. We have the vulva on display. We have a lingam over here, fully erected. Heart chakra, though. Love and balance, affection, companionship, all the good things. But possible pregnancy. So do what you need to do. Queen of Stones. Right, again, she's a queen. So she rules the roost to a point. But don't kid. I mean, she finds herself a good partner to be balanced with. So if she rules the roost, then this is somebody who can do his or her end of it. And the gender can be either one. So you could be a man watching this, and I'm talking about your energy versus hers, or the other way around, or it could be same sex or anything. It's just about the energy and about how two people can balance each other out. There are pros and cons to each, right? Because nothing in life is perfect or guaranteed. So we're grateful for the parts where we can see eye to eye and we can connect heart to heart, or mind to mind, spirit to spirit. We celebrate that. All right. Now, this happened in another reading. You may want to look out for it. I'm just saying there was a lot of overlap going on between Pisces and Aries, and now Aries and Taurus. We've got Queen of Stone and King of Stones. And when you find these here that match, they're a set, they're a balance. When we see this card up here, this is telling me that Mama Bear has met her match. She's met the one she wants to be her Papa Bear. In my mind, I'm rephrasing that in a far better way. But the Lover's card indicates that sense of a balance and a soulmate connection. Note the heart. The heart that is at the center of the hearth of the home. The words have the same origin. The hearth is the heart of the home. As it is here, and there's a rebirth, a rejuvenation. It's something exciting to happen. Now, there is a sense of a clearance, whatever this is, somewhere in your past, even. Some kind of energy, you have to release it in order to be able to make a decision about what to do here. So what is it that you need to clear away to be able to take up this decision? I'm kind of jumping around, but I'm just sort of going where I'm drawn or called or whatever you want to say to it. But basically, we've got the Queen and the King of Stones, and here's some kind of instruction. So something's going on. Somehow it is that you both need to learn something. Either you're teaching one another something, or possibly the viewer or someone is in this relationship dynamic is in school, receiving an education. We could be teaching others how to treat us. Take it as it resonates here, but there's something, there may be a lesson going on. So be patient with your partner right now to the best of your ability to do, because remind yourself that this is a lesson that you're teaching one another. There's a decision to be made here, and some kind of a sense of mourning. Maybe you thought that you were going to be with someone else, and someone brand new comes on the scene, and that puts you in a state. The card on the bottom here, and maybe I should have started with this one instead of ended with it. I'm not ending with it, but I want to bring it into play. Usually I like to discuss it first, and then we can draw on it to kind of tie it back to the overview here. We have this reunion card here, and this is really about going back to the waters of your birth. Salmon, you don't see a salmon in here, but it's kind of a similar energy, or the place where a salmon can thrive. But we see here these weasels, or whatever they are, river otters, something. from the mustelid family, whatever. Clearly symbolic birth, right? We have this round mound like a pregnant womb. These are somebody from your past possibly coming in. And maybe that's bringing some level of confusion. For some of you, you may meet this person in a class, this King of Stones over here. But the Six of Cups energy has you conflicted. There's a decision to be made. Maybe somebody came back into your life from the past and you were thinking about maybe getting together with them, but somebody new comes in. Or vice versa, the person from your past is the King of Stones. And you recognize it for what it is, that it was the reason you broke up before or whatever. You had something you needed to learn to do to be able to come back into this path. But there still may be some kind of heart hurt, grief, or loss, or a clearance that needs to take place. For those of you who've had options that may have started with somebody new only to meet this person later, a little bit later, there may be some minor issue. Remember, this is not the death card. This is the mourning card. So it's to a lesser degree. To a lesser degree. Like, just when we make a choice between two things, it means that we can't have the other thing. And I mean, that has to be true. That's by definition, it's a truth. It's a tautological truth. But sometimes we may go through a period of, because we chose A, that meant that we had to choose that which was not A. So, or by choosing A, we had to choose not to have that which was not. You know what I'm saying? So we can't have it all that way. Sometimes it's an either or decision. And when we make a decision one way or another, we have to grieve the loss of the option that we did not have. And that may be the case. I feel like I'm putting that very badly, but maybe it makes sense to some of you. So letting go in order to make this decision. And what you have on your mind is you want something real. You want a soulmate partnership. You want a positive, equal balance. Whoever this King of Stones is, and again, Stones possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I almost hate to throw that out just because your heart may be calling you to an air sign or something, and you're saying, well, but Val said it was the King of Stones, so therefore it's the earth sign I gotta go. No, go with your gut. Do not go with whichever one. They're trying to lead me to an energy more so than a specificity. You'll know the person because you'll feel called to the person. It'll be like coming home to them. That's the point of this reunion card. You're returning to the waters of your birth to celebrate seeing somebody that you have loved since metaphorical childhood, if not literally. Past life connections. And when you meet each other, when you come up again, you're going to rejoice. And it's going to be awesome and exciting. You may have been kind of in a recuperative stance because you've been trying to heal over something. Maybe a death or a loss. We see bones in this cave here, Queen of Stones. And this cub that's been given birth to. But we also say some of you guys may just be taking care of your little kids and making sure that they're instructed, going to school, learning things and so on, taken care of and all the rest. You're concentrating on your family and your business life. You're trying to keep your four square. Look at the horse. The horse is not galloping here. I apologize. I'm going to have to turn on a lamp before long. But the King of Stones here, he's got four solidly planted on the ground. Right? Four square. King of Stones is very, very solid energy. Although Stones is slow-moving energy, the King of Stones does not have to be because it's represented here by horse. So it may seem like it's coming in slow, but once it comes in, it's going to feel like it just kind of takes off. And up ahead we have Queen of Wands or Hair. Again, the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Fire. So this is a sexual, fiery, passionate, energetic, intense, but not necessarily in a bad way. Fun to be around, fire sign potentially, like an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It's calm. But I'm noticing the egg, and I'm noticing the fact that you're a flippin' fertile rabbit. And as I mentioned before, some of you may want to consider birth control, especially if you're going to be having sex with this King of Stones, this horse over here, let's just say. You guys give me some feedback if I need to put some warning labels on the language. But anyway, this instruction card that can indicate school and so forth. For some, it could be also that you're concentrating on your family, like your little ones at home. Making some kind of a decision, but be sure that you're taking care to do what you want. Rebirth could potentially mean for some of you having another child, like you already have a child at home and having another one that you're concentrating on. But this could be about filling up this bowl here. And bowl is fertility energy. Bull is fertility energy. So, again, take it as it resonates. But for those of you who may be thinking that you don't want to be a parent, anyway, I'm not here to give advice, I suppose. Knight of Arrows, Hawk. This is about vision, truth, accuracy, meeting your mark. Bullseye. So, again, you got horse energy, you've got, shooting at targets, hitting what you aim for, lover's card, two guys in the picture, Mrs. Fertility, hair egg, piercing the target with the Knight of Arrows. Knight of Arrows is vision, mental acuity, very much so of the air sign. So this can be positive information, truth, and info coming in. So this is, I'm seeing passionate energy that comes in. There may be some sense of mourning at the heart of everything. So, but it may be from a different, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm getting here, or getting to with that, but there may be a little poignant moment in there for you, and that's okay. You're allowed to feel your feelings, no pressure. Doesn't make you a bad person because you have a fleeting moment for somebody that you thought might be coming back into your life, and that kind of thing, because someone different is very appealing to you right now. So do expect that you will feel some level of a rebirth. There may be some kind of fear, but don't worry. I feel like this person is going to be a very patient person and may help you in going slow and really feeling some kind of kind of helping you move through this. Helping you kind of move through that. It's like there's a caring and a concern at the heart of all of that. Oops, I'm sorry. I think I bumped the stand here. But it's about you being able to move on. You learn through this interaction with the King of Stones, the King and the Queen of Stones. In their interaction, there's some sort of learning that occurs in that releases into this new rebirth. A freedom. I'm feeling a real freedom of spirit in here. It's as if a burden has been completely lifted from you. And that is really sexy for you. Like that, you feel alive. You feel more authentic than you've been in possibly even in your whole life. It's a freeing experience. But it may be that you have to process something emotionally, and this person's safe for you. And they help you move through something emotionally difficult for you, or you do for them, however this works out. They're going through a sense of loss and you help them through it emotionally, which leads to this amazing experience, this amazing rebirth experience where you and your dreams are taking flight and you're feeling passionate. The Queen of Wands can be about 28-day cycles. 28-day cycles. So it may only take about a month or so for you to be really in a good spot to see things from a new way, to have the passion, the vision, but a message coming in. A message is coming in and it's good news, and it takes you on to a point of rebirth. When you hear it, your cup runneth over. Again, I'm looking at this as kind of like head, heart, and feet. And for some of you, again, this may be pregnancy, and you may definitely be wanting that. So take this as it resonates. I had pregnancy come up in another one of the earlier ones. I start with the birthday reading and go around in order. So this time it was Pisces. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but it was either Pisces or Aries where it came out that way. Maybe some insecurity about fertility or the ability to manifest, but then the person would be successful, found out a partner was pregnant, or be able to move their business into a new fertile direction in their life. So, again, you may want to read your partner's, or you may want to listen to your partner's reading to see how that's going. If you are a single person, then, as these people come into your life, you might want to check back at some of these readings and see what it said for their sign. But anyhow, I better get going. I wanted to do, 15-minute readings today, so of course that's not likely to happen. But it does look like really good things are happening here. You're moving through some emotional experience, and you're coming out on the other side feeling creative and inspired and fertile and able to manifest this as well. So it's a really, really good cycle for you. Now, I will read an oracle card for you. I hate to skip over just because your reading's a little bit longer. It's not your fault. So I'll go ahead and do the card. Now, that last deck I was working with was the Greenwood Tarot by Mark Ryan and Cheska Potter. I did that one the last time. And, but that's the information on that. Healing energy flows through you. Oh, geez, I'm on the book over here. All right. Okay, healing energy flows through you. Excuse me. Inner and outer healing on all levels is occurring in your life. A situation, relationship, or physical challenge is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. This is the time to find the source of challenges. Transform inner grievances. Do it now. You no longer need to carry it with you. You are a healing force for others, even if you're not aware of it. So, yeah, this is exactly what this is indicating here. The sacred traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler steps off the path to search for the mystic healer. The healer instructs that everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself, and reminds you that you also have this powerful ability within you. For healing to occur on the outside, it's essential for healing to occur on the inner planes. To do this, meditate by visualizing a beautiful, vital future for yourself, and trust that recovery is on the way. Past life issues may be emerging in order to be resolved. Released, it says. Released. Mystic healers are working with you to resolve emotional and physical challenges. Be patient and have faith that beneath the surface, all is well.